the second wave of picking here as see, Xborg, Jawhead, and Basha is going to be picked up by Impunity, while RRQ is going to decide to go for the Kufra and the Popol and Kuba and the Ling. Yeah. Pretty standard pickups there. And then Alice, that
seen Impunity KH wasn't clean. I mean, their opponents also got the best of them, but nevertheless, they have shown up. It's gonna be exciting. RRQ was playing yesterday. I wasn't able to cast that, but Nomad, can you tell us a little bit about RRQ and what can we expect from this team?
Drafting some weird drafts yesterday. They were really forcing out the Gatot but this time around, I think they're going to try to force out the Alice here, as Esmeralda is going to be the last pick, and Skylar is going to be on that Esmeralda.
Yeah. So, man.
Albert Sling, though. Albert Sling is something to look forward to. He's been very influential in that, so to speak.
One thing that I want to feature for the side of Impunity KH, they are from Cambodia. They might be reconnected, my guy. So don't worry. I'm sure that eventually all of these problems that we have, all the jitters that we have, it will be eliminated later. But I would like to ask Mr. Nomad to reconnect to our camera thing.
I have already reconnected.
Okay, are you sure? Okay.
I'm sure. Let me reconnect once again.
Okay. Anyways, just a quick team run. Oh wow, that was Valir already taken out, or taking one out in the middle. A little bit of a misplay, I think, from Bless. Did not respect the early game damage of the Valir to go with the Harith, and the fact that the Popol and Kupa himself is quite squishy. Onto the bottom lane they go. My goodness, they've already taken the Alice, and that's so early in this match.
Yeah, Alice wasn't able to orb out of there because I believe she already used that to try to get some more minions there. But here comes Albert with the Ling once again. Secures a kill onto Maru. And they are going to try to force them all back. Skylar, though, falling Starman onto OP. Not going to be as impactful, but OP's going to be able to Chrono Dash out of there to safety with the Zama Force as well, just to ensure his own safety. They're eyeing out Boom here over in the mid lane, but Maru is going to be there to help him out. Lots of ultimates being thrown out left and right. Last Insanity not actually going to be enough to at least assist with the kill onto 8-2-4, and they're all going to be disengaging.
Nevertheless, they'll get the kill onto the Kupra. That's another kill that involved this Harith, or at least the other members, and then Niker as well, getting EXP level 4 for the side laners. Now they want to dive in, take this purple, but who took it? It was probably the Harith. Now, nevertheless, they will try to retaliate. RRQ, unfortunately, they aren't getting the kills. Impunity KH, they have secured objectives now, and they might go for another kill. They have taken the lane from the back lines, and in the front lines, that's the Kufra down. So Impunity KH, they're getting so much out of this early game. Now up at 8.6k. By the way, OP, this Harith, for the past, I'd say 3 weeks, I've been watching a lot of international games. I've been casting a lot of international games. OP on this Harith. He wants to make, he wants to take back Harith in the meta, and he's successful in doing so.
Yeah, currently he's sitting at 1-0-3. Not something that you want to happen on that Harith as an enemy team facing off against that Harith. It's because of the fact that the Zama Force provides him a lot of mobilities, and every time he does Chrono Dash in and out of the fights, he just dishes out more damage, and it still shows that Harith is still somewhat relatively viable in the meta, but it just depends on the right hands.
Okay. I'm gonna go for Albert this time with just the Baksha in there, and then to the middle, they're working already onto that turret. So this is just smokes and mirrors. Whatever 7KH is doing, it's just fending off the link so that the push will be in the middle. However, the Zaman Force wasn't enough. Get him down. It looks like the Esmeralda wants to kind of dip back into this fight, but it will not be successful in doing so.
And we are seeing a 2,000 gold lead advantage by Impunity KH. RRQ still pretty much in the fight. The win condition here is on Skylar to start catching up onto the, in terms of the gold, but looking at XOXO on that Alice, good ultimates are what's needed. Blood Odes has to be used on point in order to at least sustain himself in the fight, as well as dish out a lot of DPS to assist Albert and Skylar in securing the team fight.
Now into the middle, this is what's important. You have the Harith, and the thing with Harith, back in his OP days, where he's like the complete mid hero. He's got teamfight damage, he's got solo damage, he's got AoE damage, he's got turret damage, and even in the late game, he's very scary. That's why he was auto banned. Now we're seeing some glimpses of that from OP's play of the Harith. They're able to take 2 turrets, even when they don't have like that legitimate pusher. They have so many mages and so much magic damage, not much physical, but they're still getting all of the push because of the fact that, man, this is a Harith.
Yeah, Harith tears down turrets without any hesitation whatsoever and tears them out quite quickly. Even more so once Harith reaches the 10-minute mark, he'll be able to split push without any problems, and that just allows the rest of his team to start applying pressure elsewhere, because Harith can pretty much handle his own with the mobility from Chrono Dash. And as I say that, there goes the kill onto Naker. Trying to chase down Skylar here, but I think that's going to be complete disengage, but Valor's going to be there to stop him in his rotates, just going to be ignoring him completely instead.
I like the discipline from Impunity KH. They are finding some of those heroes that they can potentially pick off, but they are choosing not to. This is because of the fact that they don't really want to let go of the lead that they have now. I want to see how do I pronounce this? Is this XOXO or is this just like
XOXO.
XOXO. We're gonna talk about that later as the dive up top. Look at how easy they're able to take down the Esmeralda, and all of the emotes are, how to say this, reciprocated by the fact that they are tearing down this Esmeralda. You know what? Esmeralda was the counter to the Harith at a certain point because of the shields to get out of him. But it seems like the burst and the farm of OP is just way too much now.
Man, if you're going to be considering Esmeralda as the counter of Harith, you have to take in consideration that Esmeralda was relatively alone there in that 1v4. In a 1v1, yes, Esmeralda will come out on top against this Harith, but with the fact that Impunity KH has been playing around OP, just ensures his safety more often than not.
Nomad, a lot of gold now going in favor of blue side, Impunity KH. And they're taking advantage of this. Harith is such an early game hero. In the mid game as well, they've taken the turtle. Esmeralda was far too late. I don't think that they'll even have the chance to contest. Because of that, they'll just get out. Onto the bottom, that's XOXO Vialis. Also, a niche pick counter against the Harith at a certain point. But look at that burst from Niger, sneaky Niger. Just surprising XOXO with that initiation. Is it Niker?
Yeah.
Is it Naker? I don't know. Maybe the chat can give us something.
I mean, Niker's relatively easier to say. But as I say that, Zama Force onto Skylar, as well as the Chrono Dashes into just to ensure the kill. A bit of a counter initiated here by RRQ, but it is going to be in vain unless they barely secured the kill onto 7 there.
Yeah, 7. My goodness. Thought that they'll get the kill, but that's Baksha. A farmed Baksha is very tanky, and this Baksha is farmed. He's at 4K now. No, the only one who actually trumped him was just a corpse. And he's almost twice the net worth of the opposing support, and he's got a lot, already dominance ice, and that proves to be why they are so strong. Bottom lane, another Niker pick off. And what I really like about the decision making from Niker is that he initiates when the blood flow was already used. That means that the Alice will not have much of a way to get out. As another steal onto the purple was there. Another purple secured for this.
And this Harith, this is in and out of the fights and then go for the blood flows, but the damage output is still relatively not there.
Yeah.
just finished the Lightning Truncheon, does not even have the Winter Truncheon just yet.
Yeah. What I really notice about the Alice is that if you don't know how to play it, if you've already forgotten how to play it, because obviously almost any professional Mobile Legends player knows how to use this, but if you've forgotten its strength in team fights, its timings, right? You will now have that impact as compared to before. Because I've seen successful Alices, but more often than not, they fail. Now, also the Lord. Now, the Harriet gonna be able to take it. X-Borg is there dishing the damage as well as the Valier. So much magic damage, and they are overwhelming RRQ this time. Link gonna be chased down. Link is able to run away. But in the middle of the map, Esmeralda tries to get away from 3 members of Impunity KH and will be successful in doing so. Nevertheless, it's still a big victory, well, favoring Impunity KH.
Yeah, and they're now marching on over towards this mid lane inhibitor turret, in which it will get chipped down. Naker is going to be on the top side to try to chip down. Well, now going to be rejoining here the fight. Koopa is about to go down this turret as well. Zone 4 is going to be laid out just to get that bit more DPS onto that turret. Esmeralda is going to be on the top side trying to defend this as the rest of the team tries forcing themselves.
Oh, wow. And Mr. Nomad?
Yeah, I got disconnected too. I don't know what's happening to us.
Yeah. Did you get disconnected from the lobby as well? No?
I'm connected over my data, not on my...
Oh, that's weird because we get disconnected at the same time. What's happening? And
I have no idea myself.
That's weird.
We'll figure it out later.
Figure it out later. No worries.
But anyway, that was a good defense from RRQ. They were able to turn it into a 1-for-2 trade over at the mid lane, taking down Seven and Maru. And that, I guess, is some sort of an equalizer for RRQ, despite the fact that they did lose the inhibitor turret. Now, what they need to do here is to ensure that XOXO gets enough stacks to be impactful in the game.
That's right. Top lane, they want to go for XOXO. I mean, you just talked about this hero, and it seems like the chain stuns and the burst is more than enough. In comes the Tempest of Blades, but for nothing as the Zamak Force awaits this Ling. Ling gonna be taken out. Nice initiation from the Kupra, but where's your follow-up? There's nobody left. The Popoli Koopa down. That's a triple kill for OP, and he wants to get more. He gets the Maniac. 4 down, and Esmeralda, they're hunting for Skylar was able to run away. But the rest of the squad, this is the game already. Wow, look at that.
Burst it out.
Searing Torrent while the Falling Star Moon was going down. How smart was that?
And that was perfect timing for that Valor. But even so, there's